Welcome everybody to the Wrestling Show. I'm Wrestling Talk Show. I'm your host, Angel.
The Pepple.
And I'm back, Wrestling Fanatic HD.
That's right, folks. That's not Earthworm Jim. We flew him back up from Texas. He ain't gonna play with cactuses every day. He's back here, folks. And
I'll try not to.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
You know, you were really rude not bringing back a souvenir. You could have at least brought me back a magnet or something. But it's good to have you back here.
Next time I'll bring back a cactus, okay?
Well, you can sit on it too.
Hey, what you do on your freaky time, that's what you do on your freaky time, okay?
You told me that I lived in a zoo last week.
Well, it's true. That's where the cactus comes in. Well, on a more serious note, ladies and gentlemen, before we kick everything off, this past Monday, the 20th, it was the anniversary of the Macho Man Randy Savage passing. This is 2-year anniversary. It was a huge loss to the wrestling world. Much respect to him. We do have a special commemorative hat that is made for the official wrestling museum. One of the owners of the museum did their own fan art. This was used in a tribute show that we did for Memorial Day just a few weeks after the actual passing of Macho Man 2 years ago. This will be in the museum when we open as a memorial to him. Rest in peace, man. We miss you.
Definitely, man.
On another sad note, the official wrestling museum would like to send our thoughts and prayers to all the victims and the families of the tornado victims out in Oklahoma. It's completely terrible what happened. It touches our hearts, and we hope everybody can recover somehow. I don't really know what to say on that.
You know, it's like you hear about tornadoes here, Texas, everywhere. It's so much going on all the time. It's like, what's happening next?
It's scary out there. And it only tells you, make sure you grab your loved ones, tell your children, your wives, your husbands, your dogs, or any person that you care about, that you care, you love them each and every day. Yeah, you never know when something's going to come and take it all away from you. You really, really don't.
Yeah, exactly.
And guys, many people think, you know, you live in Texas, these people live in Texas and Oklahoma and Arizona, whatever they live in, tornadoes year round. Just believe me, they're not prepared for this. No. There's no insurances, there's no guarantees people are going to be coming our lives. Absolutely not. The official wrestling museum goes out to them and our deepest prayers.
Absolutely. On a up note, I was with Sergeant Slaughter this past weekend in Connecticut. He was at a baseball game, signing some autographs, doing some media work. He was nice enough to sign some items for the official wrestling museum. Here, we're going to show just some of the items he signed over, I believe it's 16, 17 items. Some promo pictures. This is a comic book from G.I. Joe. He signed some figures. We've got only a couple of the figures here of all of them. You can check them all on the officialwrestlingmuseum.com items in the museum page, which is being updated on and fixed as we speak, folks. And you can obviously see it in the museum itself. But special thanks to Saj for taking the personal time, because he was very busy that day, doing a lot of media work. So, as somebody that I have much respect for, it was a great honor to be in his presence. Thank you very much for doing this. It really helps us out a lot.
So you met this man, this Hall of Fame, this legend. Did he make you do any push-ups?
No, he didn't make me do any push-ups because he was jealous of my hair.
So he gave me a bye.
He gave me a bye.
But you'd be double.
Yeah, exactly. I still know the double's coming up.
Push-ups, can you do about 10, 5?
Yo, I'm the icon, okay? I can do 1,000,001, but I don't have to prove it to you.
Okay.
But speaking about somebody that had a great gimmick, why don't we get right into one of our famous segments each and every week, folks? Oh, yeah. Can't make it move. Gimmick of the week, folks. Each and every week, we're going to pick a special gimmick from the past or today to tell you why we think it's a good gimmick, why it gets over, why it doesn't get over. And let's kick it right off. What's your gimmick of the week?
Well, I got a gimmick today, a gentleman who revolutionized revolutionized the
Just reaching for
wrestling
my
company.
water.
I got American hero, Hulk Hogan.
Ooh, Hogan.
Now you better watch out for him over there.
His 24-inch pythons, that's my waistline right there.
That's all
Be
they
careful.
That called me so off guard. Hey, I remember growing up with Hulk Hogan. Oh yeah, and his shoes were Sergeant Slaughter.
Absolutely, that was good. That was good.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
but Hogan is definitely a good pick because unfortunately his wrestling abilities wasn't there. The entertainment was there. He really know how to hold that clock, the crowd up. to get the people into it, and that was actually a good pick. Wow.
Yeah, really good thing. I'm proud of you.
You do have a lot of time to do the nickel things.
All right, my gimmick is going to come in to a little TNA action here. The guy's actually going to come back. I believe TNA's been advertising it's either this week or next week. Suicide. Sorry.
What's suicide?
Who was suicide?
Well, let's not put kayfabe here. Let's keep the secret.
Yeah, I loved it. Suicide, the way he came down, came out from the rafters some of the time. It was just, I couldn't get enough of it. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, then TNA showing how he's coming back again. I'm like, oh, I can't wait.
The only thing I didn't like that TNA did last week on Impact was they showed the mattress anniversary. And it was like, this guy for the exhibition title. And they showed Suicide. When the show went off and they were promoting all their matches, they had the question marks. So they kind of gave it away that Suicide's going in there. But it's pretty cool that Suicide's coming back.
Yeah, exactly, definitely.
My gimmick of the week, I'm going to go back in the day a little bit. He had a couple of different runs, and he's not longer with us, unfortunately. But my pick is going to be Crush. Oh, yep. And the reason why I like him is because it goes back to Demolition days. Okay, then he was able to come back as the Hawaiian Crush, and then he played that nice evil Crush. And it's the same guy, and he knew each gimmick, but each one he was able to separate but keeping the same name. It's pretty hard to do.
Speaking of, actually, he had a match with Macho Man also, WrestleMania 10.
Yes, he did.
That was definitely a great match, and yeah, I can go with that and a little bit of Crush. Yeah, definitely.
No, correct me if I'm wrong, I probably am wrong. Wasn't he part of the NWO also?
Yes,
With Hulk Hogan?
Yes,
all coming together.
As Chronic with
No, with Hulk Hogan, but I'm
Yeah,
Hulk
he was
Hogan
part of
created-
Chronic, yep.
with Adam Marlowe.
Nice.
That's not the name he used at the time, but yeah.
That was a great tag team.
Yeah, that definitely was a great tag team.
Alrighty then, now you get your little Crush out of the way. Let's get into a little WWE action. Extreme Rules, the pay-per-view that came up. It was a decent pay-per-view. The match of the night, I'm going to have to go with, it was a cage, Triple H and Lesnar.
You know, I enjoyed the pay-per-view. I think it was a good pay-per-view. I liked things that we were kind of putting on with our predictions last week. I think it was good, well organized, well put together. Vince was very concerned going into the pay-per-view for injuries, so I think that's why they kind of held back a little bit.
Right.
Kind of a little surprised that they put the Shield over for both titles. I kind of thought they were going to wait a little bit on the tag team, maybe this week somewhere, either the other night on Raw or for the taping for SmackDown,
Right.
just to build up to it. But it did do something pretty good for it.
I kind of saw that coming. I mean, like I said, I wish they would have gone a little more extreme though, like other than chair shots to the back.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think it definitely was a good pay-per-view. And just a side note, folks, Kane and Daniel Bryan held the tag team titles for 245 days. They're the third longest streak for the WWE titles.
Yep.
The second one was 250 days by Eminem, and the top rating is by Paul London and Brian Kendrick at 331 days. You guys ever want to know about title history, go to officialwrestlingmuseum.com, go to the title history page. You can learn all about it.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive that these guys were able to do that.
Yeah.
It's impressive that the Shield was the ones that say, goodbye.
That's it, you're done.
Going a little far back though, looking at tag team titles. How about Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik holding the titles and retiring with the titles?
Yeah,
So,
absolutely right. So the tag team
Definitely,
titles
yeah.
definitely can give you the push that you need. And doing it at Extreme Rules, especially last year with Ryback, where he was just taking on two Jobber team, a Jobber tag
exactly.
team. And now he was co-main eventing this week, this show.
Putting
Here's
Cena
the
through the
Shield coming
station.
in, winning the tag belt to the U.S. title. It's only going to give them the push that they definitely
Right.
need to go on. And, with the Ryback going through the stage with John Cena, I think that was just the safest bet for them to do. I kind of see now Ryback maybe going over on this next pay-per-view, which, it's whatever.
He knows how that
But I'm
runs.
glad he didn't go over this past one, because they needed more time to build into it.
I'd rather see Ryback champion than Cena, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, really? You know what you want to see? You want to see Facebook and Twitter. You want to see YouTube. Because you guys are going to come to our site. So you're going to have friends with us. You're going to friend us on Facebook at facebook.com/theofficialwrestlingmuseum. You're going to follow us on Twitter at wrestling_museum. Just drop the G. You can subscribe to us on YouTube at Wrestling Museum. We do have an Instagram coming up soon. They are working on that. I think they only take 2 seconds to make, but they tell me they're working on it. So I don't know why we don't have it today, folks. But we will have it soon. But check it out. We do a lot of different contests. We post a lot of results, and there's so much coming in. We had a huge meeting today about what's coming up for the summer months of the Official Wrestling Museum. You do want to follow us, friend us, to get all the update information before checking out the show.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
everything's going to be on there, and it's definitely going to be, something to be a part of.
It's gonna be better than ever soon, folks, better than ever.
and speaking of the Shield, Another one who made an impact, my good friend Paul Heyman, bringing in a superstar, Curtis Axel, which is known by son of the legendary Hall of Famer of
Mr.
Mr. Perfect, yes.
Absolutely, Michael McGillicuddy getting the new name.
Yeah.
I love the fact that they decided to change the name and talk about it. That's how brilliant Paul Heyman is, to bring that to the table. Because everybody's like, that's Michael McGillicuddy, what the heck is this guy?
Exactly, yeah.
And it brought. This is a guy that I believe that should have got a push a long time ago. He's getting the push now. I'm excited about this. I want to see this go. I'm just hoping they do it the right way.
I'm extremely excited about this. I mean, I want to see him get pushed. I was actually waiting for him to actually go over Triple H on Raw, but that didn't happen. And I'm just saying, it's like, please do something with him. Do not let this fail. This guy's a future champion. Please.
You know what? Another thing I like? Why don't you hear it right now? I like the fact of how they mix the music together. Check this out. Play the clip right now for us, guys. They took this old theme
Yep.
and they mixed it with Mr. Perfect.
That's perfect for him. Absolutely
Perfect. I kind of like to see him do more of a perfect gimmick, more to it and stuff. I think they might do that, but
Imagine if he comes out with the perfect flex.
I think they're gonna end up doing that with the tower and stuff.
Yeah.
I definitely see that happening and stuff, and that's pretty cool that they have him come back and stuff. So I really hope they go places with them, and the kid knows what he's doing.
Oh, definitely.
He really does.
He worked out with The Rock.
Absolutely. Each and every week, guys, you guys know we have special items on the table. This week right here is a tribute show to Jeff Hardy about his career and stuff. We're going to get into that in a little bit. But first, the items on the table this week is all about the man called Jeff Hardy. There's tons of items here. Most of them are signed classic superstars. His first figure ever out. We have a 3-pack right here with his brother and leader. It's completely signed. You kind of have to look on the picture of Jeff itself because for some reason he decided to sign on himself. Well, I don't know. But we also have the feature of the week is an armband from Jeff Hardy. This was at the last World Musical Theater show ever. The WWE did. It was a house show, and he gave us, he gave an individual of the museum this years and years ago.
Many years
and
ago.
it's now part of the Official Wrestling Museum. So thank you guys very much. It's really cool to have, all these items to Jeff Hardy. You can see all these at the officialwrestlingmuseum.com and when the museum opens. Now, speaking about Jeff Hardy, I think we need to go over more details about Jeff Hardy. That's right, because if you look at the figures themselves, okay, you go into details, they have the character, the look, the costume. He brings his character to life, just like his music does.
Oh, yeah.
He's never read the wall, that's not good.
Yeah, your parents will be very mad.
Born on August 31st, 1977, from Cameron, North Carolina. He's a 6-time world champion, 1-time WWE champion, 2 times world champion, and 3 times TNA champion. Held the light heavyweight and the European championship. Former hardcore championship, held on 3 occasions. Received his first WWE main event push at the end of 2007. Won the WWE Championship at Armageddon in 2008. Won TNA title for the first time in October 2010.